in the summer of 2005, I found myself with a very severe case of shingles. It was on my right leg, below the knee, around the ankle area, and the appearance was alarming. I immediately telephoned a friend who prayed with me when I needed help. Whenever I became unable to handle a situation that put my existence in turmoil, I knew I could call this person to help me overcome it. This case was one where I needed help big time. That particular day, my art class, which I taught, convened at my studio. I went ahead with that and felt no discomfort. Actually, I wore long slacks so no one could see the seeming condition of my leg. One of my students always has ailments too numerous to mention. This day was no exception. At the end of the class, she was still waiting for her husband to pick her up, and she was still complaining, so I bared my leg. I said, "You have not heard me mention this condition, but I want you to know I use other means to heal it." Her amazement was obvious, and she became alarmed, and she said, "You must see a doctor. You should have this taken care of." I assured her that the condition was being handled by turning to my Heavenly Father in the first resort, not as a last resort. I need to add here that some of my family members also were alarmed as well, urging me to apply ointments and creams. By the next day, the condition was almost disappeared. At the art class the following week, it was my blessed pleasure to reassure my student that, and she saw the proof, all the inflammation was gone and everything was normal. I would like to add, when I left the studio for a few minutes, my art student confessed to another student who later told me she couldn't believe such a miracle could happen. It is with much gratitude that I can share this healing.
Thank you for joining us today, and thank you, Helen, for coming on to our program. I'd like to mention the truths, the spiritual ideas contained in this textbook, Science and Health with Key to the Scriptures, has healed thousands of people just from reading this book. Helen is proof. She's in her 91st year. Thank you for your healings. She's proof of what spiritual prayer can do, give a full and rewarding, healthy life. And I mean healthy without medication.
I also would like to mention that this book can be, it's available at Christian Science reading rooms and at libraries.
Thank you.
With my pleasure.